So we're stopping back out here to this project today to take a look at where we're at with this project. So as you can see, it's a little bit of a mess right now. Excavation happened, steel rebar reinforcement happened, and the gunite happened, and put all those pieces together to start the shell of the pool. That's the real backbone of this whole project, and it's going to start taking shape in the next couple weeks. So come along with me, let's take a look. Stepping into the shell of a gunite pool here, you might wonder, what is a gunite pool? What makes the gunite pool such a strong structure, the way it's built, and how does it perform over time? Well, you might have seen before in last videos where we had some steel rebar grid throughout this entire pool shell, up the walls. Within this concrete, there is that steel rebar reinforcement. That's the tensile strength that keeps this concrete strong. Now, when gunite is created, it's actually coming out of a gun in a nozzle, being sprayed against these walls, mixing the air, sand, cement, and water all right at the nozzle. So it's very well controlled to create the strongest concrete possible and give you this gunite shell. And then it's constantly worked with trowels and hand forming all these details, all the steps, everything is hand created. And it really gives you that overall luxurious feel, exactly shaped the way you want it, and additional features like we have in this pool. This was meant to be a little bit smaller, more intimate space, a cocktail pool, if you will. We have a nice sun shelf, but then a quick deep end, and we have this raised wall behind us here, which is a really nice element also. We're going to have water shooting out of this wall, give you that ambiance, that sound, maybe drown out some of the neighbors and whatnot, and also some fire bowls on the corners to just sort of accentuate this great backdrop to this pool area, coming in the near future here with water in this, leading right up to this sun shelf here where we can house some chairs and just have a very relaxing space in this backyard. So take a look at this tile here. This is such a beautiful detail, simple, elegant, just a finishing detail. The water line is going to be somewhere in here. It serves a purpose for the edge of the water, and rather than having plaster all the way up the side of the wall of the pool there, which would cling more dirt and debris, a ceramic or porcelain tile is a nice detail because it's easy to wipe off. This one specifically has a cool texture and color to it. That water, that prolific blue water that's going to be in here in just a couple weeks is going to really just accentuate that tile even more. Stay tuned. One of the next steps as we continue on with this project here is the plumbing and electrical details. And that's all hidden behind the scenes and soon will be backfilled. But we're piping in things in different places all the way around the pool, connecting the water, the suction lines, the return lines throughout the pool back to the filter. We have that all plumbed in back there already and ready to go. Next thing is some electric. We're going to run electric and the gas line out there to power the filter, and also run the heater and electric into our lights into the pool also. So those details will be coming up. And one of the things that we do differently here at Prolific that not everybody does, simple detail, rather than backfilling with all this chunky dirt and rocks, we're actually going to fill this with sand and screenings essentially to guarantee that we protect those pipes and make this project last a lifetime. This here is behind the scenes of what the filter pad looks like at Prolific here. This is sort of our standard setup, with something key is a sweep 90 instead of a regular 90. That actually increases the overall pump flow, having a sweep 90 versus a 90 that is literally, as much as it sounds, an elbow, a 90. So much better flow here for hydraulics, much better pump filtration and everything when we use all these sweep 90s. You can see that's custom here at Prolific. That's not always followed, and it's such a simple detail to just use this sweep 90 rather than a regular elbow 90. Here we also have the variable speed pump, which is great, cartridge filtration, which is what we always recommend. Something different that you don't see everywhere is a UV light. This black canister here houses UV light for UV filtration. That's again something that's probably more unique to our company here, that we like the UV light system because it helps clear the water and sterilize that water and use less chlorine. That a lot of times you barely even notice the chlorine in your water when it's balanced correctly and using a UV light like this. So definitely a good trick to help clarify that water and sterilize that water than always using just 100% chlorine or going to salt. So this is a unique detail here that has been around for a long time, and we stand behind it and think it's a great option with our prolific pools.